welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about this guy right here. This is a VISM or NC Star rear sight pusher. All this is it's a tool designed to help you move the rear sights on your pistol. And that's assuming your pistol, like this Glock here, has a dovetail rear sights where you can drift it in and out. So if you know anything about how to change pistol sights, you will loosen this screw here, obviously first, that's the set screw, and then it'll drift out this direction. Now, I guess depending on your pistol, it can drift out either way, but on Glocks, you go from this side. So if you were to take this out and you want to change out your pistol sights, you can do one of two methods. One, you can use cool guy stuff like this to move it over, or like this is kind of my bag of sight adjustment stuff. I got blue Loctite in here. I got a nylon kind of punch. I got a brass punch. I got a Glock front sight tool. A whole bunch of Glock parts and pieces in there. Anyways, that's kind of where I keep everything. So you need a hammer and basically this kind of stuff in order to drift them. But the problem you have with doing that is it's kind of it's hard to make fine adjustments on your sights. So whenever you're trying to hit it from this side with the punch, sometimes you'll go too far, and then you try to hit it back over and it'll go too far the other direction, and it's really hard to fine tune your sights. So whenever you're at the range, you're over there and you're smacking away at your slide trying to get it sighted in, and then now it's too far left, now it's too far right, and you go back and forth. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. If you get something like this allows you to make very fine-tuned adjustments on your slide. So, and I'll kind of show you how that works here in a second. But this thing right here, again, it's made by VISM. You can see right there, which I think is a branch of NC Star. I don't know if NC Star is a branch of VISM, but either way, it's a really, I was surprised, a really well-made piece of equipment. It's made where you can see right here and right here, you can mount this to a table like you would like a vice block or something like that. But I actually don't, because it comes in this little case right here, so you can carry it around with you. I actually take this to the range with me whenever I want to sight in stuff, because once you clamp everything down and you lock everything down, you can easily thread it one direction or the other with the slide in there, and you can just hold on to this and use this, so you don't actually have to really use a whole lot of torque to move stuff. If you are, you might be doing it wrong. You might want to make sure that your rear sight's in the dovetail correctly. But I absolutely love this thing. I was skeptical at first because I was like, NC Star stuff or VISM stuff is kind of cheap generally, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect. But this thing costs $60 on Amazon, and it is worth every penny. Like me, or if you're like me and you want to switch out all of your sights on your guns with night sights, or say like Glock sights originally come with, I don't know if I have one in this little baggie here, but yeah, they're right there. Okay, so you can see right there, this is like the standard Glock rear sight that comes with it. It's like polymer. It's got like a little bit of metal infused on the inside of it, so whenever it drifts into the dovetail, it holds in place a little bit better. But they're pretty easy to break compared to, like, say, metal sights. Like on here, I have the True Glow. I don't remember the model number, but they're just they have the white dot with the tritium vials on the inside of the rear and the front. But if you want to change out your own sights like this, you either one have to really go at it with a hammer and brass punch or nylon punch to try to get them moved over, or you can use something like this. Now, if you only have one pistol and you don't change out the sights hardly ever, this isn't going to be something you're interested in. But if you, like me, have a bunch of pistols, or you have a bunch of friends that have a bunch of pistols, and everyone's getting new sights every now and then depending on what they're getting, or you're getting a red dot sight on your guns and now you need suppressor height sights, you need to move stuff around, this thing just makes things so much easier. And I can't imagine this thing not pretty much lasting forever. I'm sure there's nicer quality ones out there, but for $60, I mean, this is hard to beat. So I'm going to pause the video here real quick, and then I'll put the slide in here and kind of show you how everything fits in. So hopefully you can see on here the slide, and yes, my slide is absolutely disgusting. We just got done from the range today. You can see there's mud all over the place. It was pretty muddy down there today. And so what you would do is you have 4 ways to adjust this. I'm going to put this on the table a little bit here. So you adjust it from side to side, so you tighten it in each side, and if you can see right here, there's a little dovetail, and these are little plastic sleeves that drift in and out. And there's also another, these are the flat ones. So if your slide is flat faced, you would use this. If not, it comes with these little ones right here. You can see they are thinner on one side and thicker on the other, so if your slide has kind of a curvature to it, you would slide these in right here instead. But since I have mostly Glocks, I use the flat pieces. So you clamp it down to either side, screw it in place. You would raise this up to make it flush. So let me loosen this a little bit. There we go. So you raise that up to where that's level. Tighten this all back down. Then on the front side, you can see right here, there's another clamp. Clamp it down. And you want to make sure this is tight, but I mean, you don't need to just Hulk smash tighten these things. They just need to be pretty secure on there, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be drifting the rear sight, as you can see, one way or the other. And so you can see where it's at. You want it to clear the top of this, but you don't want it at the very tip of this, because you want it kind of, you don't want it to bend anything upwards. You want it to push directly sideways one way or the other. And I'm not going to, because these are already sighted in, but you'd have to loosen the little screw on these specific sites. On a lot of sites, they don't have that tensioning screw. But if yours does, you want to loosen that first. And then all you would do is, if you want it to go, your rear sight go to the right, make it go to the right. You want to go to the left, make it go to the left. It's incredibly easy to fine tune your sights for this. So I absolutely love this thing. It doesn't take a whole lot of pressure to turn it one way or the other. So these things are really nice. Obviously this doesn't do anything with the front sight, but you'll need a specific tool for most guns. Now some guns do have a dovetail front sight. So if yours does, then you could utilize this for the front sight too. You would just have to, you know, put it up here instead of back there in order to lock it down. So again, it's pretty straightforward, works really well. I haven't had any problems with it, and I like the fact that it's easy to use when not like mounted to a table or anything, which I mean you could do. So if you have a specific, say you're a gunsmith and you have an area you work on stuff, or a gun store or whatever, yeah, this will work just fine. You can mount it to a table, you don't have to worry about it. But I like being able to take this to the range and be able to move stuff over. So again, this is going to be a pretty short video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, but I thought this was something worth mentioning for a lot of y'all, because again, the point of this channel is to find kind of cheap equipment that you can use, I guess, to make your life easier. And again, if you buy lots of different guns, pistols, change out your sights, which inevitably if you buy a bunch of different pistols you're going to, because you're going to figure out what you like best or what works for you, this thing comes in handy. And if you're like me and you're kind of like the gunsmith or the go-to guy for all your group of friends, I pretty much have changed out everybody's sights on all their pistols. So if you're that guy in the group, then you're absolutely going to want this thing, because it saves you a lot of time and it makes things a lot easier to do. So hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, I highly recommend this thing. It's worth every penny. But I hope you all have a good day. If you like this content, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. That goes a long way. And if you have any questions about this specifically, you can ask down in the comments below, or if you have any video ideas, we take those into consideration as well. So appreciate it. Have a good one.